I say a couple to the flex they represent for Wayne Global TV. So I say, you know the code, Wayne Global TV is what fully blessed on 90 days. So I say, yeah man, to the fullest. Yeah man, make sure them log in to Wayne Global TV. So I say, check it out. So I say, one cup of flex. So I say, Wayne Global. When you watch you feel my plan up and not try to put them on it and we heard. But man, I live too long, them want Wayne Global fitted. To him juggle so smooth that them want him life for dread. I throw the bank, I like the work about Wayne all about the bed. Open up on the ears and no listen when we said, cause we lyrics them so smooth like the linen on the bed. Them one with a fall, travel living on the edge, I must say true, make this them. Wayne Global TV, we are 90. Anointed, who Jaja bless, no man can curse. Give it the Range Rover, who drive years. Boom! Wayne Global TV to the fullest, one cup of excellence. See me?
It's March 14, 2024. It is deadline day in Cartel versus the King. Good morning if you are on Eastern time. Good afternoon if you are on the London time. It has just gone midday. We are 4 hours away from the Privy Council sitting. Good morning and welcome to this, our special coverage in Cartel versus the King. Good morning everyone. Good morning, welcome. Thank you all for joining us. This is the first part of our special coverage of our today's broadcast. Thank you all for joining us. Good morning and good afternoon to those on the X, on the Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. Good morning and welcome. Good morning to those on the live. Good morning to those in the chat. Good morning all, and welcome to today's special coverage. Like and share the live, please, because we will be broadcasting now, and then we will be coming back for the real special broadcast at 3 p.m. UK time. Please work it out for yourself, Eastern time. Carlos Gray, how are you? Before I go any further, I am going to make my predictions this morning. A lot of people have been asking me because they know I have legal education. So people tend to ask my opinion. Where do you think this will go? I'm going to make my prediction this morning. And I will be prepared, like Nestor Morgan, to eat my words at around 5 o'clock this evening. Based on what I heard in the Privy Council a month ago, an early return when the Privy Council of the Supreme Court sits normally suggests that there's some grave issues of constitutional importance which they need to address, or there is such a flagrant breach which a line ought to be drawn under as soon as possible. And based on that, and with the jury tampering argument that we heard in the Privy Council, based on that, my prediction this evening, by 5 p.m. UK time, Cartel and his co-accused will be freed by the highest judicial bench in the Commonwealth. Good morning to all my moderators. Good morning to all my family members. Good morning, all, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Prof. Gorgeous Lady, good morning and welcome. Natalia Freeman, good morning. Patricia Matthews, good morning. Good morning, David Jervis, good morning. How are you, VM? Good morning. Jamaican Foodie, good morning. Urasowski, good morning. Shintop, good morning. Ekron Sound System, good morning. Good morning. Diana Atkins, good morning. Sim, moderator, long time no see. How are you? I know you're busy, but I know you're always listening. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Amazing Grace, good morning. Patricia Matthews, good morning and welcome. OPPS officials, good morning. Good morning, Elaine Turner, good morning. Sheletta Reed, good morning. Good morning, Joan Brown. Good morning, Elaine Turner. Good morning, Real Sweet. Good morning to Chevenise Jackson. Good morning, Isilda Williams. Good morning, Audra Robson. Good morning. Good morning, all, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Mary Messenger TV, good morning. Lennox Reed, good morning. Good morning and welcome. Rodney Reed, good morning and welcome. JamaicanTV.com, good morning and welcome. Carlos Gray, wagwan bro, morning and welcome. How are you? Morning. Paula Shelley, good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome. Sasha Lewis, good morning. The Robert Stevie, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Georgia Dennis, good morning and welcome. Marjorie Lloyd, good morning. VM, good morning. Good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Like and share the live, please. Loyal Soldier Entertainment, I believe the ENT would be. Good morning and welcome. Lookia TV, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. Ronald Dixon, good morning and welcome. Open, good morning and welcome. Ekron Sound System, good morning and welcome. Jalove Entertainment, good morning and welcome. Michelle Lewis Wilson, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Abina Sudoki, good morning and welcome. Jay, good morning. Carmen Forrest, good morning. Good morning, Jason Kane, how are you? Good morning and welcome. Annie Jones, Marva Dice, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. Jalove Entertainment, good morning. Thank you all for joining us in our pre-broadcast of the Privy Council decision. After today ruling, if it goes against Cartel, it's all done. Cartel will just have to serve out his sentence, Colleen Humphreys. good morning and welcome. It will all be done. He will just have to serve out his sentence. But if it goes in the way I'm predicting, it's going to open a lot of civil claim, one, and there will be a multifaceted debate about our justice system. The overarching justice system debate on jury trial, the debate on or prosecutorial and investigative process. Lamar Andrews, JP, good morning, both. Good morning and welcome. So there's going to be a litany of debate that comes out of this. If Myrna Bryan, cousin, how are you? Good morning and welcome. There will be a lengthy debate going forward because Brian Sykes, the Chief Justice of Jamaica, is already calling for the abandonment of jury trial. So if this goes with my prediction and Cartel is free, then there is going to be a lengthy debate about the shambles of our justice system, the shambles that we saw in the Privy Council in the whole jury tampering or jury bribery concern that it wasn't a secret to the Jamaican justice system. Paula was even asked, was even summoned to court for her opinion. And with all the options open to both the prosecutor and the judge, even though the first jury of the 12 had came off the case, that woman you heard them spoke about, which her son was in the same prison with Cartel and the others. That woman got off the case by then, so there was 11 left. And then the case could have continued with the 11. Then the bribery came in, which the judge was aware of. What the judge should have done then, in the interest of justice for both the Cartel and his co-accused, and for Lizard, is in the interest of justice. One, once that the 12 jury had gone, 11 left, and another of the 11 is corrupt or attemptedly corrupt. Rosie D, good morning and welcome. In the interest of justice, the judge have several options in front of them. One is to remove that juror and reappoint another juror on the case to bring it back to the 11 and continue the case. If it has gone so late in the case that you cannot do that, collapse the whole jury, select a new panel of jury, and restart the trial. Yes, it would have been very expensive gone so far in the trial and to have restart. But what is the price of justice? There is a phrase in the legal world: it is better for 1,000 guilty men to walk than sending one free man to prison. So given that jury tampering we heard, and the court took no steps to the situation, the court went ahead with a tampered jury. One of the arguments in the Privy Council as well was that the court would have sent the jury out too late and would have forced the jurors to come back with a decision that would be implied by Cartel's team. Shauna Smith, good morning and welcome. That would imply that they have all the options open to them, and they use none of them. They went ahead with the tainted jury, put the jury out late. And as I was saying, cartel team would be implying that they've forced the jury into an early decision. Therefore, the jurors did not deliberate sufficiently. They were under pressure to come to a decision based on timing. People like Isaac would explain that more clearer to you. So on all those issues, I feel what is going to be handed down this evening is either one, an unsafe conviction, meaning that the evidence doesn't convict Cartel and his co-accused beyond reasonable doubt, or it could be a miscarriage of justice where, one second, I'm live at the moment, I'll call you back later. A miscarriage of justice where they've breached rather his human rights, his constitutional rights, in order to achieve their evidence and conviction. If all of that happened in Cartel's favor, what this is going to open up for you, the state of Jamaica, you, the taxpayer of Jamaica, would be some hefty lawsuits. If it's a miscarriage of justice, the lawsuit will be hefty, because you've got to pencil in all of those earnings. Prof. Gorgeous Lady, how are you? Ras Idua, good morning and welcome. In such a lawsuit, calculate the amount of years Cartel would have been in incarceration and how much money Cartel was making then and what Cartel would be making now at the market level in his industry over all those years he would have been in incarceration. You, the taxpayer of Jamaica, will have to pay a hefty legal fee and damages, compensation to Cartel and his co-accusers, to the tune where I would advise the government to settle out of court in order to save the taxpayer. Because what we heard in the Privy Council, the case was handled very shoddy by the investigators, the prosecutor, and the trial judge who dealt with the case, Noreen Dennison. Good morning and welcome. But I came across something online which I want to bring to your attention, because I keep warning Jamaicans that you're not going to wake up until it hits you right in your face one day. However, I don't know when this incident happened, but however long ago this incident happened, it is very relevant to our situation. Just let us have a listen, and then we'll come back on the other side.
In this country, I just want to share an incident with you. Some years ago, I went to a community that I lived one district away from. So it was a neighboring community. I haven't been there not many years. So one Sunday I drove down to do some things and I stopped by at a supermarket. Now, when I went into the supermarket, I noticed some visible difference. But hey, it has been a couple of years, so I expect that, there will be changes. Went into the supermarket, picked up a few things, And then I said to the cashier, do you have stockings? And she said to me, it's up there, right? So when I looked up there, which is the front part of the store, I realized that there were some Chinese people. No, just to say that I have nothing against any race. I'm not racist, but I'm a big person on respect. And whether you're black, white, blue, once there's an opportunity to share and to share the lessons and to, just command some respect, I'm going to do that. So I have nothing against anyone, just to say that. So when I went up there, I spoke with this gentleman and I said to him, do you have stockings? And he said, yes. So he picked up a pack and I said, no, not that one, the other one. And I told him. He picked up the stocking and I asked him what was the cost of the stocking. And he said, $280, $280. I said, no, thank you. And I don't want it. And I just walked out. Really said, I said, no. And I just walked out. When I was walking out, the Chinaman started to curse. I want to say it in Jamaican, please. The man started to curse. And he was just cursing. And at one point, I said to myself, let me stop and just, this man. And then I said, no. First point is never stoop to their level. And I remember who I was, who I am. And I said, not going to stoop. Not going to stoop to his level. But the second thing, as I went into my car and was driving and I thought about it, I was thinking that, if I turn back and say we got into an argument, who would be thrown out? Different from the fact that it was his store. The person, the Jamaicans who were working there in the store, the cashiers and the men who lift the floor, they would be the first at the front line to throw me out of the store. Regardless of the fact that I just simply asked the man how much for the stocking, and for whatever reason, perhaps I couldn't afford it, and the real reason is that I could get it cheaper somewhere else. And so he started cursing. And that would be enough reason, that would be enough wrong that I would have done for the Chinaman to curse me, if you get what I mean. And as I drove, I thought about it, and I'm saying to myself, what is this country coming to? What are our leaders doing? And I'm not saying JLP or PNP, I'm saying leaders, whether it's PNP, JLP, Jamaicans for Justice, wherever, whatever leadership we have in this country. What are we really doing for our citizens? Reason with me. Do you think that I could go to China or wherever this man came from? I could set up a store. He came in and just simply ask the cost of a product and change his mind, don't want it, right? And I could curse him and get away like that. No, it couldn't happen. And I'm calling on our leaders and I'm calling on Jamaicans, because the truth is that the reason why they do it is because we allow them to do it. If there was a place where I could have reported this ban, or where other persons who are hurt by them could report, and there was a sanction on their license, their trading license, or whatever they have to operate in Jamaica, it would have changed. And I'm saying, what is this country coming to? That I, a citizen, a person, not only am I a citizen, but a person who would have grown up in that community, grown up nearby. Even when I was going to high school, I used to go to the supermarket. And now an adult, and I go back to the community, and just because I asked the cost for a stocking and did not purchase it, a man who is not a citizen of this country, was not born here, can come operate in this country and disrespect its citizens. You can't do it nowhere else. And I'm saying to us, Jamaicans, we need to stand against these things. And I'm calling, yes, I'm nobody to you, but I'm calling on the leaders of this country to create a system and a way where your citizens can report these things, and action, strong action can be taken to send a strong message to persons who want to do business in here, to remember that even though we appreciate the fact that you're doing business, it is very important that you respect our citizens.
Open, good morning and welcome. Dorothy Elliott, good morning and welcome. Nicola Williams, good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining. I keep regularly saying to you all, a lot of people are not going to wake up until we end up deep into Chinese dictatorship. I don't have a problem with partnership and investment. What I have a problem with is how our government get into these deals so loosely without any thought or respect for the Jamaican people, to the point where Chinese business people can come to Jamaica, come disrespect Jamaicans, and Jamaicans are going to sit down and allow these things to happen until Chinese put us into servitude like the white people are them, beat we and kick with the smithereens in a Jamaica. We have to wake up, people. We cannot continue like this. We're everywhere in the world, whether we are second class, whether in a with country or in other people country. We can't continue to be fools. We've done 500 years of it. Come on now. We cannot continue this way. But to something that Jalab Entertainment said, this is one of the debates that is going to be also had if cartel trials goes against the state of Jamaica and King Charles. How much of our youths behind bars were put there because policemen cooked up evidence on them? Policemen were paid to cook up evidence on them. People were paid. Nerissa Smith, good morning, how are you? People were paid, possibly, to give evidence and statement against them in order to get a conviction. So, of course, this is one of the debates that is going to come out of the trial if it goes in cartel favor. Is there fairness? Anointed one, good morning, good afternoon. Is there fairness in the Jamaican justice system? Can we trust our investigators or prosecutors and or judiciary? So, Just Cool, good morning and welcome. Anne-Marie Mattison, good morning and welcome. So if the case goes in Cartel's favor, quite a lengthy debate about our overall justice system would be kicked into gear, but my system is frozen, I'm almost dead. But will the people of Jamaica take the issue of justice serious? If this case goes against the state of Jamaica and Charles, will it also open floodgates for more cases in Jamaica to come to the Privy Council for a judicial opinion? So today's ruling will be consequential. Do I think the justices will remit the case for a new trial? That is an option, but I really don't think so at this point. The reason being, the case has huge popularity. They've been incarcerated. Courtney Smith, good morning and welcome. They've been incarcerated, I think, since 2011. The British justice system life sentence, unless your crime's quite a grave one and extra years have been added, you would do a minimum of 15 years and then can be released on parole. Some people even get earlier release, depends on their behavior. If this goes, with the time they've been on remand and all of that, I don't see them going back for a retrial, given that if their ruling see that there was corruption, tampering, and the shoddiness in the justice system. 319 of you are here, and only 97 like the live. Please give us a bit of like on the live stream, please, so we can go out there to more people. Thank you very much. So I don't see them going for a retrial. The reason is because if they see that that conviction wasn't safe, then this thing would have gone on for so long. The breach would have gone on for so long, and they would have no other choice but to quash the conviction. And I think I stand to be corrected on that. Amoy, Monica Wells, good morning and welcome. When a conviction is quashed, it's quite a serious blow to your justice system, Jamaica. It means that they didn't get it right. They got it horribly wrong. They messed it up. Another debate that will be heightened and should be. Patricia Pitt over on Facebook and Michelle Guthrie over on Facebook. Good morning and welcome to Global Television. Thank you all for joining us. And to those over on the X, thank you for joining us. Thank you all. A retrial, I don't see that happening, because if they identify a breach, the breach would have gone on for so long. The breach would have gone on for so long. That's the only thing to do, is to quash the conviction. Ton of flavor. Good morning and welcome. Another part of the debate that will come out of this, should Paula Llewellyn resign? Because what Paula Llewellyn would have caused if cartels win this case is a huge embarrassment to the justice system of Jamaica. Not only that, what Paula Llewellyn would have done is left the Jamaican state open to one of the biggest lawsuits to come if it goes in cartel favor in the Privy Council this evening. So I am hoping that everybody will be ready to call for the removal of Paula, because we cannot allow Paula to mess up justice in our country for much further. So there is going to be so much debate. Doris White, good morning and welcome. There is going to be a wide-ranging debate, wherever the decision goes this evening. It would be a crying shame to see the Privy Council go along with what we heard with regards to jury tampering. Given my experience of the UK justice system, One Hazard, good morning and welcome. Is a holder, good morning and welcome. This is not something that they will take lightly and left hanging, because what this will do, if they leave this case open, it would tamper your entire justice system. This would mean that your investigators can stitch the evidence up to get a conviction. Your judge and your prosecutor can turn a blind eye to jury tampering. So I wholly believe in the Privy Council quashing this decision this evening, because it would leave such an unbiased wound in our justice system, leaving lawyers to be able to rely on cartel case in court, even when a judge and a prosecutor or investigators have messed the case up. Marie Samuels, good morning and welcome. Is it Holder? How are you? So with all of those, I am convinced in my mind, how many say veteran, agency driver 5, DI Easy Jerk World, Anthony R. How no do? Me know you must busy. Kevin Jamie, me know you must busy, but how no do? So based on all of those, I do believe the conviction is going to be quashed this evening. But will it be quashed because the conviction is unsafe? Or will it be quashed because Florence Hamilton, good morning, because it was a miscarriage of justice? They've went about achieving justice. The Jamaican justice system went about justice the wrong way. And thereby you have to protect. You have to protect justice in the interest of both parties. One of the things that the Privy Council is not concerned with is whether Cartel and his co-accused committed the crime. They're not concerned about that per se. That's not what they've been asked to do. They've been asked to decide on the matter whether his constitutional rights were breached by the way they went about tampering his phone to get evidence, and whether the breaches, the jury tampering, should have gone through and a decision should have been accepted from that. So those are the areas which the court is concerned about, Yvonne Johnson. Even though the crime is the overarching thing of the case, but they are not been asked to decide whether he's guilty or not. They've been asked to decide whether the Jamaican justice system violated the justice process, the procedures of justice, in order to achieve a conviction. Because as much as justice matters, there's a thing called procedural justice, which matters as much as the law as well. Following the correct procedure. Brownman Security 33, good sound, good morning and welcome. Carlin Richards, good morning and welcome. Give us some like and share, please. Follow the live. Let me talk to you like the live. Let me see 200 of you liking the live, please. Because remember, we are coming back at 3 p.m. UK time. 3 p.m. is what time is it in Eastern time? Because we're starting our special broadcast an hour earlier. Make we talk, Jeffrey Tavares, good morning and welcome to Global Television. We are starting or special broadcast at 3 p.m. Our link is already out there. So when this live finishes, all you have to do is to go and hit that like button. Also, hit the button on the screen that says notify me. So when I go live at 3 o'clock, you all can come back and sit down where we can have a chat waiting until the Privy Council ready to sit. But today could be a jubilant day across Jamaica by the end of the day for the Gaza camp. It could also be one of a day of commiseration, because the truth is, even though we can give our own prediction based on legal knowledge or experience in the justice system, the decision rests with 5 justices at the Privy Council. Will it be a majority verdict? 3 or 4 of the justices taking one side? Or will it be a unanimous decision where all of the justices have gone in the same decision, whether be it in Charles's favor or in Cartel's favor? When cases get to this stage, it's the king or queen versus whoever is bringing the claim. At the lower level in the Jamaica Appeal Court, it would be Cartel versus the state of Jamaica. And so these are how these things. But the case is really cited as Sean Campbell and others. It's not cited as Vibes Cartel. It's cited as Sean Campbell and others. Sean Campbell is the lead appellant in the case, but it's an appellant for all the co-accused, but it's led with Sean Campbell's name. But make sure you're back here this evening, Jackie Graham, so we can continue to discuss and wait until the Privy Council sit down. But as I said earlier, it is expected to be a jubilant day across Jamaica for the Gaza camp, because by dinner time this evening, Cartel should be walking out of the general penitentiary. How the administrative and the removal process from the general penitentiary, that's down to the general penitentiary administrators and Cartel and his family. But I do, in my belief, think that by dinner time, Jamaica time, Cartel will be walking from, and his co-accused will be walking from the general penitentiary. Mind you, I've already said to you that like Nestor Morgan, Jennifer Pitt, I am prepared to eat my words in public. I am really prepared to do that this evening. But I really do have a strong conviction that based on what we heard a month ago, that the Privy Council or the British Supreme Court would highly unlikely go along with that type of ruling. And therefore, I'm expecting by 5 o'clock British time that the conviction will be quashed and a lengthy debate, quite a lengthy debate about the Jamaican justice system will then be swung into gear. Global television will be a part of that debate because we have our own opinion on everything. The call for Paula to go should be ratcheted up, and we should make sure that we do not allow a prosecutor that has brought our justice system, that would have, if the ruling goes that way, bring our justice system into disrepute. But not only that, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So keep that in mind, you all. We're coming back 11 a.m. Eastern time. No, so? No, look on time because number will confuse me, I know. But we're coming back 3 o'clock UK time. Work it out in Eastern time for me, please. Yeah. So make sure as soon as this live ends, you go to the next link. It's already out there, and just hit the like button. There's 300 and odd of you here. So make sure by the time we're ready to go live, there's 300 likes on that like as well. We are going to give you a front seat coverage of open justice this evening, where you will hear the Lord and Lady Justices setting out their ratio decidendi, their reason for their decision in the case, whichever way it goes. So make sure anything wanna need to do, Sasha, me no look pan time, okay? If you want to see my head pain, me just look pan anything numbers. So you're going to have to work out it. Just know say me a come on 3 o'clock UK time. You don't have to work it out. It's an embarrassment. You don't work it out. The truth is, I've lived in the UK for 25 years. And if to do it out of my head, I still wouldn't know how to tell you what time it is in Jamaica, given the time it is now. I just don't know, and I don't bother myself about it. If I need to know, I have to go look on my phone. So me just don't make it bother me. So me just live with it that way there. But yes, thank you all for being here. May I go do a little turnaround now, and within 2 hours, please all join me back here, where we start the real special coverage, the handing down of the decision in Cartel versus the King. I want to thank you all for being here this morning on this Global TV special coverage. Join us back in 2 hours, where we will start the coverage for the decision handing down in the Privy Council in Cartel versus the King. Thank you all for being here with us this morning. We will return within 2 hours to continue this. So Robert Stevie is saying it's, no, not 11 p.m., Robert. It would be 11 a.m. 11 a.m. You know, see no how no start confused me. Everybody has said a different time. Empty vessel 876. Good morning and welcome. And to one of my friends in the West Midlands, I saw you came on last night, just as the program ended. I saw you in the chat. Camille McCallum, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being a Global TV family. Thank you all. Make sure you just hit the like button before you go, and just go over to the other link, Judgment Handing Down Day, and we will be back with you all in 2 hours to continue Victor Williams, the live coverage. I do feel so, Victor. I don't think there's going to be any retrial. And to throw back such a case that has gone on for so long in the Jamaican justice system, the breach would have gone on for so long with the shoddy way the Jamaican justice system dealt with it, and the same shoddy prosecutor there. I cannot see the Privy Council sending it back for a retrial. Therefore, it will be a quash conviction, whether it be that the conviction is unsafe or it is a miscarriage of justice. But I do believe that by 5 p.m. British time, the decision will be quashed, and by dinner time this evening in Jamaica, after doing a few hours of administrative work, Cartel and his co-accused will be walking. It's highly likely they will be walking from the General Penitentiary. Thank you very much, and please join us back here in the next 2 hours, as I just need to run on the street now. Go to 1-2 Josette Campbell. Good morning and welcome. And we will be back, Amoy is saying, free world boss. And I'm sure that will become a chant from 3 o'clock onwards across social media, in all the social media coverage comment to those who will be covering the story, the free the world boss mantra. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning on this special coverage in your At a Glance slot. We will be back in 2 hours to bring you the special coverage that will lead to the decision in Cartel versus the King. Good afternoon and good morning from Global Television. Notorious B.I.G., good morning, good afternoon. Thank you very much.